Alright, what's up guys? In today's video, we're taking a look at the BRUEN MK9. As most of you guys should know, this is the biggest gun on the rise right now. It's definitely, in my opinion, a top 3 gun to use in Warzone. So today's we're taking a look at that best class setup. Tell you guys what are the best attachments to use together to give you guys the best overall class setup that's best catered to you. We're going to go over a couple of different class setups to try and figure out which one's best for you. Obviously, breaking those attachments to see which stacks best together. We're also going to take a look at why it's such a god tier weapon, because the stats of it, in my opinion, is what makes it so excellent. If this video helps you guys build a better class setup, please make sure you guys like the video. 95% of you guys watch the video are not subscribed, so if you guys want to subscribe, I would appreciate it. So the biggest factor for me, what makes the BRUEN god tier, is that damage. The base damage profile is a 34, 30, 24. So you take a look at those damage factors. The mid-range damage of this BRUEN, which is like anywhere from 40 all the way up to 70 meters, it does 30 damage. When you compare it to the M4, the GFUEL, the Ram 7, and the Kilo, its mid damage is still higher than the base of all the other top tier assault rifles, which in my opinion is what makes it so amazing. As far as the overall bullet velocity, which like I said is factor we start talking about a lot more in videos, with that summit barrel on there, it is the #1 gun as far as all of the LMGs, which is what makes it amazing again, because another stat that makes it a top tier LMG. So you take a look at that time to kill, you factor in that fire rate, which is almost identical to the GFUEL and the Kilo, and you include that damage, which beats them. You guys will see the chart on the screen right now. It has a faster time to kill than the Kilo and the GFUEL at every single damage range. You guys know the Kilo and the GFUEL is the two most popular weapons for a reason. This gun beats them in the damage category and the time to kill category at every single range. And we take a look at that max damage range above the 80 meters, where obviously the GFUEL and the Kilo's max range drops off. You guys can see there is a massive improvement in the time to kill versus those other two weapons. Almost 300 milliseconds difference when using that BRUEN. So if you are a slower player like myself, you do a lot of damage at long range, that is where this gun's best, is obviously anywhere between that mid to max damage range is where this gun's god tier. So definitely an excellent gun. So let's talk about what is the actual best class setup using. There are 4 base attachments which you must be using in order to give this gun the best overall stats. The #1 attachment is obviously the 60 round mag. Nothing but positives. 2% faster movement speed, 8% faster straight speed. Your aim down sight's about 50 milliseconds faster, which is about 10% faster. You also get a 4-second faster reload. So this basically takes this gun from a LMG average to almost AR level in every single category about it, which is excellent. The #2 attachment we're recommending is the tac laser. This gives you a 20% faster aim down sight time, which is almost 100 milliseconds. That is absolutely incredible improvement. And once again, along with that 60 round mag, it also has no negatives. You get a better idle sway, also a better walking steadiness, which is going to help you track those players at that max damage range. And the last attachment I 100% recommend running is going to be that VLK sight. It's obviously going to give you an increased zoom, which is going to help you hit those players at longer range. You also get less vertical kick. You also get better stabilization. So it basically does the same thing as the Commando foregrip. The only real big negative about it is obviously your aim down sight time is going to go down by a pretty big chunk. As far as the biggest factor for me, what makes this excellent is there's no idle sway when you're prone or mounted, which is to me what makes a big factor. When you stack it with the tac laser and the Commando foregrip, your idle sway is going to be absolutely incredible. The VLK sight to me is probably the #1 hidden attachment you're not using on your class ups in Warzone. It does do increased recoil and stabilization and increased idle sway. So it does all 3 of the things that affect your overall accuracy, which what makes it excellent. So when you take a look at all those attachments, including them with the monolith suppressor, obviously, we're going to be comparing the 3 different class setups. The biggest difference is what is your 5th attachment. We're comparing the Commando, the Merc, and the Summit long barrel class to decide which one is best for you. For me personally, I'm always going to take the Commando foregrip. You're also going to get a 1% faster movement speed with this class setup, which is obviously pretty good. Increased movement speed is obviously a bonus. Your aim down sight time is going to be at 383 milliseconds, which is the fastest aim down sight time out of these 3 class setups. What the factor you're getting is you're going to get the best idle sway possible, the fastest aim down sight possible. You're also going to get the best stabilization possible. So your overall accuracy is going to be the best with this. Your also aim down sight is going to be the best with this. So in my opinion, if you're a faster, aggressive player, this is probably a good class setup for you. As far as if you compare it to that Merc foregrip, the aim down sight time is about 417 milliseconds, which is still faster than base. Your movement speed, though, in exchange with this now is going up by 5% to be a 6% faster movement, which is incredible. This now takes it from LMG to top tier assault rifle movement speed, which is incredible. This class setup actually did have the least amount of recoil. Obviously has the fastest movement speed. So if you are a balls to the wall, you play the fastest, most aggressive you can while using the BRUEN MK9, this is going to be the best fifth attachment for you. As far as for that summit barrel, your aim down sight time is going to be the slowest at 433 milliseconds, which is pretty slow. Movement speed is actually still improved with a 1% faster movement speed. The biggest factor in this class setup is you're going to get the best range possible, which is going to help bring that time to kill out. So if you're a slower player like myself, you try and do a lot of damage in, close to mid-range. You don't play aggressive. This is going to be the best attachment for you. You get the best range and the best bullet velocity possible. It still has a pretty good recoil. In my opinion, not as good as the other two, but in exchange you get a better range and a better bullet velocity, which is going to help your overall accuracy at longer ranges to help you get the best class setup possible. Those are the 3 different attachments I recommend as far as stacking with those 4 attachments. Those to me are the only 4 attachments you should be running. As far as for me picking the VLK sight versus the canted or the holographic, it's all personal opinion. I personally love the VLK sight. I love the way it looks. I love the way you're shooting with someone. It's very easy for me to see while using the VLK sight, and obviously, like I said, also gives improvement to your overall accuracy of both of the recoil and the stabilization, which is why I like it the most. So as far as talking about a couple of the more unique attachments, you guys probably want to know why I don't recommend the Horizon barrel at all. This BRUEN class is very similar to Grout. It has a pure vertical recoil only. The Horizon barrel, obviously, as most of you guys should know, has a couple of hidden stats, which obviously take it down a little bit in my opinion. It doesn't really improve your bullet velocity that much. The things that it does is just not as good as the Summit barrel. If you're using a long barrel to try and get the most range, the best bullet velocity, and the best recoil, you're literally better off just using the Summit barrel versus the Horizon, in my personal opinion. So the one other barrel you would be using would be the Para barrel. It gives you a little bit worse recoil, which you guys can see on the screen, but you get a massive improvement to your aim down sight time. Your straight speed's faster, your hip fire spread's faster, your movement speed's faster. In exchange, you get slightly less range and a slightly worse recoil. So this attachment will be best stacked with that 60 round mag, obviously, to give you a massive improvement to your overall mobility, which is definitely an excellent attachment. As far as something other you could try and recommend is using the tactical suppressor versus the monolithic, but I personally prefer the monolithic because it improves your bullet velocity, which is going to help your accuracy at range, and obviously can help your overall time to kill just a little bit. And obviously gives you a little bit more range, which I'm personally a big fan of. As far as talking about a different attachment, if you like the iron sights, you don't want to rock that VLK or that canted hybrid, I would personally recommend either the skeleton stock. It's going to give you an improved aim down sight time and a massive improvement to your straight speed. And also, if you are a more aggressive player, definitely try the stipple grip. It's going to give you 2 frames faster sprint out, which is excellent. So it's definitely 2 really good attachments you can try running if you don't like using a sight. You like the iron sights. But that's pretty much it for today's video. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you guys learned anything new, you guys want to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, I would very much appreciate it. Comment down below right now what you guys are using on your BRUEN MK9 class setup. Make sure you guys use code Trapgod on all of your SCUF and GFUEL purchases. And if you guys have not yet followed me on Twitch, my Twitch is Trapgod. I'm going to start streaming a lot more over there. So if you guys want to go check out my Twitch and follow me, I would very much appreciate it. Starting in the month of August, we're going to be doing a bunch of SCUF and GFUEL giveaways. So if you guys want to win some free prizes, go follow me over there on Twitch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I'll talk to you guys in the next one.